Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali. Thank you very much for tuning in for even more early Call of Duty Goes Onslaught map pack gameplay. This is specifically the new Extinction map called Nightfall, and you're about to see the opening to the map here, which is pretty crazy. You don't actually want to run out of here straight away. There are a few items you can find dotted around the entrance if you search on the ground, so definitely do that when you start off the map. You can also purchase the Maverick right off the bat from the gated area on the floor, and it is very good. It has a quick reload time and works very well within Extinction mode. The gameplay you're seeing here is going to be 10 full minutes. Unfortunately, I can't show you more than that, and the actual run through, believe it or not, was 45 minutes long. We did extremely well, and as you saw at the beginning of the gameplay, we did indeed get all the way to unlocking the new weapon, which isn't as easy as, say, in Zombies, where you just got to go to the mystery box and you may get the new weapon from there. Nope, we have to go through about 10 hives or so before we even got to the weapon, so definitely stay tuned to the end if you want to see that thing in action. It's called the Venom-X, and it's insane. I'm also doing a ton more coverage of early DLC gameplay today, and I've created a specific playlist for that. The playlist will be linked on screen and in the description, so click that playlist once and it'll be brought to all of my DLC videos, just so you guys don't miss out on anything at all. If you'd like to see a live gameplay of this tomorrow once the map's fully launched, let me know as well. It'd be cool to do that. We were actually playing in a party of 4, and we did start off the day on level 1, so we didn't have all the best things unlocked. That's worth noting, and considering we didn't have all the best things unlocked, we did extremely well. Now, one of the highs in the beginning of the map will enter to this room here. There are lots of items on the floor you can find, and there's actually some monitors on the side as well, and it's also, as you see there, some lockers. And when you search for items on the floor, sometimes you'll find a key. That key will grant you access to these lockers, and inside the lockers you can find weapons and other cool stuff as well. The general procedure for this map is similar to the first one, so you've got to go through certain hives with your drill. You'll then be met with like mini bosses, and you basically keep on proceeding through the map. Nobody at the early DLC event completed this map. I think we got the furthest, believe it or not, which is pretty crazy. And what you just saw there was one of the brand new aliens that actually goes invisible and sort of teleports as he's jumping in the air, so that's definitely worth noting. This map definitely seemed a ton harder than the first one. There were tons of rhino aliens, which are basically big, massive aliens with tons of health. For those of you guys that have played Extinction, there were loads of scorpion aliens that appeared all the time. There was a ton of teamwork going on between the 4 of us. We were shouting the whole time, and it was absolutely awesome. It was a lot of fun. Now, one thing worth noting, you'll see that the colours are a little bit weird. There's a lot of purples going on, and I just thought that was a new colour scheme for this brand new Extinction map. Actually, turns out that the person playing on my Call of Duty Ghost copy before me had turned on colorblind assist, and as a result it tweaked the colors a little bit, so I apologize for the colors being a little bit off. I didn't realize that while I was recording, but here you're going to be seeing this crazy basically scorpion spider alien. Luckily I had the Sofam as one of my items, so I just hit it with a load of that. But what we want to be doing specifically is focusing on the head, specifically the red part of its head, and that's the only part you can get hit markers, and the Maverick assault rifle works very well for this. Maverick is actually surprisingly good in Extinction. It has good fire rate, quick reloads. You can also see eggs there that get deployed when you're battling the big spider alien as well. It's worth killing them as quickly as possible, as otherwise, as you saw, more aliens would come out of them as well. Now we're proceeding into the second area of the map, and we're going to be continuing the drilling as well, as the breeder has moved on to its next location. And if you guys don't want to hear me talking for the full 10 minutes, then feel free just to mute the audio and watch what's going on. But I want to try and be as informative as possible, because since this is early gameplay, I want to sort of tell you guys about the experience we had while playing. As you can see, one of the rhino aliens appearing here, which is very scary, and a massive wrecking ball. And also sort of give you tips as we go along as well. There were 4 hives per area. We got into the third area. This is a second area currently as you proceed through the map. It's based in Antarctica, I believe. There are also intel that you can find around the map. These pieces of intel you can find in various locations. I do actually pick up a few within this gameplay, so keep an eye out for that. And these intel will actually unlock video clips, which is very cool. It sort of gives like background and actually more information as to what's going on with this whole sort of Extinction outburst. And if you're into sort of the whole storyline side of things, then that's definitely worth listening to and trying to find as much intel as possible. This is another one of the rooms you can unlock. Again, more lockers, again, more weapons. You can get a chainsaw LMG. There are lots of LMG placed around the map. The only downside is, of course, the reload time isn't very good. That's why I preferred the Maverick assault rifle. And that worked very, very well. Unlocked a few attachments for it as I went around the map searching for items. I think I found the grip. I think I also find rapid fire at some point as well. Here I find a flare, and this, I'm not going to say anything actually. I find a flare, just worth noting until the end of the video. If you guys watch all the way to the end, then yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Now, there are some tougher hives. Some hives a little bit harder than other. I tend to find the harder hives, the ones that sort of based in the middle of the map. I find these sort of edge ones a little bit easier because the enemies tend to be coming from one direction, and as long as you're holding down and communicating with your teammates, it's not too bad. We got through that hive, and then we worked towards the next one here on this sort of back entrance, which is based towards that door area, and this is one of the areas we can actually climb up and go a little bit higher, and you'll see sort of like the nests and the breeding stuff everywhere all across the map. And up here is actually where I find one of the intel just around the corner here, I believe, as I continue running around sort of exploring this map. So coming up here is definitely worthy of a little bit of exploration just to see what you can find. This is another one of the hives in this second area. This one is very, very hard. Because it's a little bit more in the open. Aliens can come from multiple directions. There are loads of scorpions, loads of hard aliens just coming down, absolutely raining down with their mucus and with all of the evil stuff that they're spewing at you. I really enjoyed this. It was surprisingly fun. It made me realise actually how much I enjoyed, as I find one of the intel here, made me realise how much I enjoyed sort of doing multiple people playing together with Extinction. Definitely a lot more fun than solo. Solo's a lot harder, and it's not really designed for solo, I don't think. As another one of these rhinos comes in and just absolutely trashes the place. But the actual weapon, the special weapon that I mentioned, the Venom-X, wasn't easy to unlock. I didn't think we'd get there. Like, after playing one run through for half an hour, this is our second run through, only did 2. We were just like shouting to each other, we're like, throw down ammo, throw down armor. And this here is the fourth and final nest that we need to get through until we go into the third area, which is actually the indoor area where you'll find the weapon. As you can see, if I come up here, I can't currently go anywhere. But once we get rid of this nest, it will grant us access to that area up there. This was very tough. It was in like an area where we basically had to try and hold it down. We were completely swarmed. We got through it. We got through all 4 hives in that area. We found another indoor area where, again, you can find lockers, you find more monitors, more weapons, so it's worth exploring here a little bit. To continue through the bridge, we actually work our way into this indoor area, and we were like, wow, we're getting so far. And this is when because I was constantly looking out for this new weapon. I'd seen the trailer, I knew it was indoors, I knew it'd be hung up somewhere, and I was looking around, and then towards the center of this building here, just through this window, I spot it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. And I tried to jump straight through the window. Unfortunately, you can't get straight in. You've got to destroy another one of these hives to actually get through to it, but definitely worth coming here and specifically choosing this hive to destroy. Because once, of course, you do, you'll be granted with the awesome Venom-X. Now, one of the great things about the Venom-X is the fact that it doesn't cost anything. So when you actually unlock it and get through this area here, once the nest is finally destroyed, it's not going to cost you anything, and everyone on your team can pick it up, which is also awesome. So all you've got to do, as you can see here, as you saw at the beginning of the video, is come through here, boom, pick it up, and you have got yourself a Venom-X. Now, it doesn't have a lot of ammo, I will admit that. Definitely worth saving it for the harder aliens, such as the Rhino alien, or the Scorpion alien, or the big, large, I assume the Spider breeder alien comes again after this point, because of the fact it simply went away at the beginning, it didn't actually physically die. But this is crazy in here. We set off some fire traps, we set off loads of just ammo everywhere, shooting everywhere, and it was very, very intense indeed. Now, this weapon actually uses ammo, I believe, specifically from the Scorpion aliens. So when you kill those aliens, they'll actually drop what looks like the eggs that you saw towards the beginning of the video. But they're actually ammo for your Venom-X. So if you see them on the floor, go and pick them up, and it'll give you more ammunition for your Venom-X. I just wanted to show the Venom-X in action, so I was using it quite sporadically, you know, just using it whenever I thought, you know, there was a chance. But I would definitely say conserve your ammo a little bit. As you can see, it completely melted the Rhino alien there very, very quickly indeed. But it is a very good weapon, and I'm looking forward to seeing which other weapons we're going to be getting in future DLC maps for Extinction, because of course we've got 3 more DLC maps coming out. Here, my teammates just suddenly drop, and they drop very, very quickly, and that flare I mentioned I completely forgot about. And it was only when we started realising I had a flare, and actually another one of my teammates had a flare as well, and I tried to throw it, and unfortunately I just threw it a little bit too late. We could have gotten even further, but for a second attempt it was insane, and I'm so glad I got to show you guys a new weapon. That was the main thing I wanted to show you guys. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of this new Extinction DLC map. I had a lot of fun on it. Make sure you're also checking out the playlist of all the other DLC maps I'm going to be covering today. New weapons, new stuff. It's absolutely awesome. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed. Really appreciate it if you've watched all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed my commentary and insight into this map, and I'll see you guys on another one of my DLC videos.